How's Wesley Fofana?
We don't have any update at the moment in terms of happened 2 days ago, so we need to wait a little bit, and hopefully we can get some more news in the next days. But for sure, he will be out for the next weeks for sure.
And how's Reece James coming on?
It's the same situation more or less. He's getting better, but he needs still weeks to come back.
In terms of Fofana, how big a hole does that leave you defensively? And will Benoit Badiashile be the most likely replacement in the short term?
Depends a little bit the game plan. Benoit could be one of the solutions, but we have also Tosin, we have Axel, we have different players that they can play there. And for sure it's a big loss because Wes, he was doing fantastic every game, but we need to accept and we need to find different solutions.
We've seen you rotating midweek in Europe and in the League Cup. Will that be the plan again this week?
I don't know. We had yesterday's session where the player that they played 2 days ago, they are recovery. The rest we had session, but now this afternoon we have one more session and then we decide.
You've said consistently that you're not in the title race. Do you still maintain that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Your level though on points and goals scored and goals conceded with Arsenal, who are in the title race. So what's the difference?
That they have been there in the last 2 years, very close to City, and we were very far to City.
You're not doing it to protect your players, take the pressure off?
No, I said to be in the title race is nice pressure for me and for the players. It's not that kind of pressure that you don't like. It's that kind of pressure that you like because you are in the title race. But it's not our case, and the reason why I said, because Arsenal in the last 2 years they were very, very, very close to City, Liverpool. They have been there, and we were not there. And as I said, hopefully soon we can be there.
Thanks, James. Seb?
Hi, Enzo. A word on Southampton. You beat them very comfortably with Leicester last season. What are you expecting from tomorrow's game?
It's the worst game since we start the season for us, and it will be the tough game since we start the season. And we need to be ready, otherwise it will be a bad day for us. And the reason why is because if you analyze the results, probably they are there, but in terms of performance, they were winning against Liverpool, they lost against City 1-0, they drew the last game against Brighton. The way they play since last year, because as you said, I was in Championship with Southampton last year. I know them quite well. They are very brave, and it's very clear what they want. They want to keep the ball. We want the same. And yeah, I said it will be a tough game, and we need to be ready.
And just a quick word on Van Nistelrooy. You mentioned that you spoke with him before he joined Leicester. Can you tell us a bit more about your relationship with him and what you said to him in that conversation?
No, Rudy is a friend of mine. I already said here before we faced Man United. He called me days ago before he took over there. We had the conversation. I told him that Leicester is a fantastic club, first of all because there are fantastic people, and for sure it's a good club. And then at the end he decided to go, and was our conversation.
Thank you.
Nizar?
Hi Enzo. I wanted to talk about you as a player. When did you start believing you could win trophies when you were a player? Was it kind of being in that Juventus dressing room, or was it sort of the way you grew into Sevilla and then became like a bigger player? When did you believe that you could be a title-winning player?
No, for sure Juventus shaped me a lot in terms of winner mentality. First of all because I had 2 managers there. One was Lippi and the other one was Ancelotti, that both they are winner. And then the squad in that time was a winner squad, even now anyway, but in that time was a winner squad. And you can smell the day by day the desire to win games and the desire to win trophy.
Do you sort of use those experiences when you're a player to try and create something here that could be more of a winning mentality, to go from being a young talented squad to being a winning squad like your Juve squad and your Sevilla squad were as well?
I try to do this in all the teams that I was in the past. Even in my experience with City under 23, they was the first time we won that title. Then Leicester was exactly the same. That probably was the most difficult one because after a relegation, the mood is disaster from everyone. And here I'm trying to do exactly the same.
Rob?
Hi, Ted. Is this all taking you a bit by surprise, how well things seem to be going so far? Does it look like a really, really big job just a few months ago? I mean, you haven't really had any sort of major setbacks. It's all been a pretty smooth trajectory upwards so far. Has it surprised you how smooth it's gone?
For sure, I still consider a big job, as you said, but this doesn't mean that because it's a big job, you are not thinking to do the right things. In terms of expectation, we are ahead of my expectation in the way we are playing, and for sure in terms of results. We start 4 or 5 months ago. It's very early, short time together, but the best feeling that I have is that there are many things that we can do better, and we are in the right direction.
You said that the club didn't set you specific targets or give you expectations at the start of the season, but you must have had privately an idea of kind of what the next few years would look like, how long things would take, the pace you expected to go at.
No.
Have you had to change your sort of internal plan for what?
No. The good thing is that I still think what I said to the owners and to the sport director the first time I met them. Because of the age and because how good is the squad, for me Chelsea in the next 5-10 years will be one of the team that is going to dominate English football. This is what I said to the club the first time I met them. No matter who will be the manager for the next 5-10 years, because of the age and because of the squad, you can dominate English football. And I still think exactly the same. Now, in terms of target, they didn't ask me any target. The only thing they asked me is to try to build for the next years something important. I think we are in the right direction. And in terms of personal target, I know that from outside you struggle to believe, but I just finished to see how today, this afternoon, the session we can help the players to improve and the team to improve. I'm focused about Southampton for sure, but I'm not focused about end of season, next season, 2 seasons, because it's not real.
Simon?
Enzo, when was the last time you spoke to the owners?
After the last game, after Aston Villa game.
And can you sort of share the nature of the conversation? Are they sort of telling you, "Oh, good
No.
job, Enzo, keep it"?
No, it's a normal conversation that we used to have after every game. How was the game? Your feeling? What works well? What doesn't work? And it's just about this.
Are you getting the impression though that they're very happy with the job you're doing?
This is a question for them. I hope so. And they show me not happiness, but they show me that they are happy. They are okay. But it's more question for them.
And on Leslie Igochukwu, obviously he was sent on loan to Southampton. He's not played very much. Will he be coming back in January, given he's not played very much?
No idea at the moment. No idea about the loans. No idea about window transfer. We have still, I think, before January we have still 7 Premier League games. It's too many games to be thinking about that.